The Ramsey case has captivated the public's attention for over 2 decades, leaving us with more questions than answers. On December 26, 1996, the lifeless body of 6-year-old was discovered in the basement of her family's Boulder, Colorado home. The brutal murder of this young beauty queen shocked the nation and sparked one of the most infamous, unsolved cases in American history. As investigators delved into the case, suspicion quickly fell upon the Ramsey family. The circumstances surrounding death were perplexing, to say the least. A ransom note was found inside the house, yet the child's body remained on the premises. The crime scene appeared to be contaminated, with family members and friends moving freely throughout the home before police secured the area. The question that has haunted detectives and armchair sleuths alike is, could a family member have been responsible for this heinous crime? The possibility that someone within S inner circle could have committed such a horrific act is both chilling and difficult to comprehend. John and Patsy Ramsey, parents, found themselves at the center of intense scrutiny. Their behavior in the aftermath of the murder raised eyebrows among investigators and the public. Critics pointed to their reluctance to cooperate fully with police and their decision to hire lawyers and a public relations team almost immediately. These actions, while potentially understandable for a grieving family under intense media pressure, fueled speculation about their potential involvement. Patsy Ramsey, in particular, became a focal point of the investigation. Some experts believe that the ransom note found at the scene bore striking similarities to her handwriting. Additionally, fibers from her clothing were reportedly found on the duct tape used to cover mouth. However, despite these suspicious circumstances, no conclusive evidence has ever directly linked Patsy to the crime. John Ramsey, too, faced his share of suspicion. As the first person to discover body, his actions and demeanor in those crucial moments were heavily scrutinized. Some investigators found his behavior oddly calm and collected for a father who had just found his murdered child. However, supporters argue that shock and grief can manifest in unpredictable ways, and John's reactions should not be seen as indicative of guilt. Burke Ramsey, JonBenét's older brother, who was 9 years old at the time of the murder, has also been the subject of speculation. Some theories suggest that he may have been involved in an accident or altercation with his sister, which the parents then covered up. However, Burke was officially cleared by DNA evidence in 2008, along with his parents. The intruder theory, proposing that an outsider broke into the Ramsey home and committed the crime, has gained traction over the years. Supporters of this theory point to unidentified DNA found on clothing, which doesn't match any family members. However, critics argued that the DNA could have been the result of contamination or transfer, given the compromised nature of the crime scene. As the years have passed, new technologies and investigative techniques have been applied to the case, yet a definitive answer remains elusive. The Boulder Police Department has faced criticism for its handling of the initial investigation, with accusations of tunnel vision and missed opportunities. The case has been reopened multiple times, with various experts and agencies offering their insights, but a resolution continues to elude us. The impact of the Ramsey case on the family has been profound and lasting. John and Patsy Ramsey lived under a cloud of suspicion for years, their every move scrutinized by the media and the public. Patsy passed away in 2006 from ovarian cancer, never seeing her daughter's killer brought to justice. John has continued to advocate for the investigation of the intruder theory, and has been vocal about the toll the case has taken on his family. Burke Ramsey, now an adult, has largely stayed out of the public eye. However, in recent years, he has spoken out against theories implicating him in his sister's death, even filing lawsuits against media outlets that he claims defamed him. The case has also had a significant impact on how child murders are investigated and reported in the media. The sensationalized coverage of S. pageant background in the family as well drew criticism for overshadowing the tragedy of a child's death. It sparked discussions about the ethics of child beauty pageants and the media's role in high-profile criminal cases. As we reflect on the Ramsey case, it's important to remember that, at its core, this is the story of a young life, cut tragically short. While the question of whether a family member was involved continues to fascinate and divide opinion, the ultimate goal should be to uncover the truth and bring justice. For the possibility that the killer could have been a family member remains a haunting aspect of this case. It forces us to confront the uncomfortable reality that sometimes the greatest dangers can lie within the home. However, It's crucial to approach such theories with caution and respect for the presumption of innocence. As technology advances and new investigative techniques emerge, there is hope that one day, the truth about what happened to Ramsey will come to light. Until then, the case serves as a somber reminder of the complexities of criminal investigations and the enduring impact of unsolved crimes on families and communities. The Ramsey case continues to captivate the public imagination, not just because of its sensational elements, but because it touches on our deepest fears about the safety of our children and the sanctity of the family unit. Whether the killer was a family member or an intruder, the case underscores the importance of thorough and unbiased investigations, the preservation of crime scenes, and the responsible reporting of sensitive cases. As we continue to seek answers, it's important to remember the human element at the center of this tragedy. Ramsey was a vibrant young girl whose life was cut short in the most brutal way imaginable. While the debate over her killer's identity rages on, we must never lose sight of the fact that a child lost her life, and a family was forever changed. The question of whether a family member was responsible for death may never be definitively answered, but as long as the case remains unsolved, it will continue to serve as a haunting reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind closed doors and the complex nature of human relationships. It challenges us to confront uncomfortable truths about trust, family, and the limits of our understanding of human nature.